So this is gonna be a little short episode because what I wanted to do is, um, well, I did the episode, but I had problems with laptop. I had problems with technical difficulties, you might say. So I had a few videos that I want to show. I had kind of a story that I wanted to tell, but you know, I'm not just gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna do it again, and I'm gonna do it like this. So this episode was supposed to be like a little bit. It's the 23rd episode. It's a cool number, but I wanted to like showcase what some of my previous guests, did and achieved. So, so many so-sos. Uh, to keep it simple, I just decided right now I'm just gonna do it again. It's not gonna be as it was supposed to be, but doesn't matter because if I'm going to chase perfection in this kind of a world, probably not gonna make it. So, Miret, Domagoj Boljar was the guest here on the StartUp Rant episode. He was talking about their sneakers, which are almost 100%, almost, uh, and they do not. They could probably say 100%, but they are honest guys. He and his brother, they're almost 100% like ecologically friendly, and I believe that kind of honesty and their passion, what they're doing, is the result of the awards that they that they got and creation. So like creation eco sneakers brand called Miret. They've been big. They've won big like at the global footwear awards. Um, I'm just looking here. I love this like new normal because if I'm doing this, I should have like papers or something like that. But I actually have internet right here, and screens, and I could post stuff on the screen that I can uh, tell you a little bit more about those global footwear awards because that um, assembly that award is not like just here you go. It's really something. And Croatia have 3 awards in that by one brand. And I'm happy to say that like it's Mirat. It's they're my friends. They've been here in the podcast. I consider them friends because they're really cool guys and that you can talk with. And they're not like they're really just doing what they love. Also, another guest, Goran Vrabec, which is not a startup actually. He has the Volim Juto. I already joked about that in that podcast, how you can pronounce that. How can you actually translate that to English? Like, is it I like it hot or I like it spicy? Because they do this beautiful, beautiful spice sauces and pickled stuff and I'm just getting hungry just thinking about that because I like spice food, Tabasco and stuff like that, and they're here from Croatia. And what happened was that he was actually chosen uh, to be the best young um, guy in agritech in agriculture because it's not just that he produces sauces from the chili peppers of all those various peppers and he buys them somewhere on the market. No, he actually, if you didn't watch that episode, watch that. He actually, uh, you know, he has fields of those peppers. So they're produced, they're created, they're bred in Croatian soil, so to speak. And then he creates that. And also there is there is a new TV show here in Croatia, in this region. It's in Croatian, but I think you can find it. So if you understand Croatian, you can actually watch it. You can find it on the Croatian national television. They did the show, Dulum Zemlje, which is like in translation that would be like handful of land of or, dirt, let's say like that, or part of the land of dirt, something like that. And they are covering all kind of interesting people from the architectural space, and they did the whole show. I think it's actually was two shows about him, like two-parter. So he's doing big. So then we have me mom, which is Maya Buyas, and she came on the Startup Rant episode with the fertility app. You can take that like saliva, put it in a little device that actually your smartphone and the application that can, well, see are you fertile or not, which is a great help for all the couples that are trying to conceive a child. And she went on the Indiegogo, and the like early bird of the perks, like just got gone gone. You can check that out and see, can you buy something if you need that, or to have that. Maybe we'll need it in the future, who knows. I never thought I will have a problem with fertility, and life happens, and this kind of stuff really helps in stuff like that. Another application called Naomi um, is a brainchild from the Mind Lab, actually a brainchild from Sandro Kraljevic, who was here a guest, and he presented that. Um, as this was an ad hoc episode that I wanted to get those people to tell something about something, they did. And I know, and unfortunately, I, I have only video from Sandro, which I am going to put in this video after I finish my rant. um, so he will tell the tale, and it was recorded 1 week ago. So actually, I should do a follow up right now, because the Naomi app was 2 weeks ago out, and people are using that. It's your like virtual assistant, but for your mind, and it's cool. He will tell more in this little talk that I had with him in the video that I'm going to release right now. So thank you for listening. Another episode of Startup Rant. Please follow, share, subscribe, do whatever you can to help this little video cast, podcast, and whatnot, to reach the targeted audience, which will, I think, interest many people from the startup and the people who want to be in the startup world. So yeah, sorry for not having a full-fledged episode of 40 minutes or 30 minutes, but this little cookie of the episode. But I just like was feeling that I just can't wait till I have the perfect conditions. I'm just going to record this, and everything that failed. And I guess that's a startup life for you. If you're just gonna dwell and cry about something that didn't happen, or you did it and it failed, like my hard disk failed with everything on it, then you will just cry about it, or you can do something about it, and that's the startup life. So luckily, I had something uploaded to the drive, so we have this episode with Sandro and check Miret, check Volum Yuto, Goran Rabbits, and me, Mom. And if you haven't watched their episodes, check them out. Maybe will something trigger in your mind in entrepreneurial spirit. So thank you, and switching to a little talk with Sandro right now. Hello, hello, hello. We're recording this interesting piece. I'm gonna say piece. It's gonna be a part of the bigger episode. That's gonna be kind of a compilation, but also it's gonna be a separate piece that we can use in Startup Rant to say a little bit about Naomi. Sandro, are you a father of Naomi?
Can you really say father of Naomi? But it's three us founders in Naomi. We actually have two fathers and a mother. So
Okay,
it's three of us, Marina, Nicolina, and me.
okay.
The three of us founded Naomi back last year. It's not back, it's last year actually. And we are officially live with our mobile application on Android and iOS stores from this Monday.
And I actually installed that piece of work.
And thank you for installing it.
Yeah, and it's beautiful, but it's in creation right now. And
Yes.
when I go to the Google Play, everything is in English, and I realize that it will be in English soon or something like that. But you are targeting right now this kind of a segment of um, population.
Uh, you can say that. You can
Okay,
say it, that we currently have everything translated into English. We
okay.
just need to import it in the app. It will take us around 2 or 3 weeks for the English version to be up, and then we will actually be ready to hit the foreign market.
Beautiful, and I played a little bit. I like that say like word play, because you actually have some kind of interactive quizzes there, which is informative. Like you answer wrong or you answer right, you get a little bit more knowledge about anxiety or whatnot, and what your I would say like what you were thinking before. Maybe you were thinking a little bit wrong, or it was a little bit off, or maybe totally off. And now we can actually see what happens there. And how are you satisfied right now with the whole thing? You published that like a few days ago, and I see positive comments already. I see people talking about it already. How are you feeling about it?
I am extremely satisfied, really. I really am. Given the time we had and given the budget we had, I am extremely satisfied that we got what we got. It is a mental health application, but she's not just only giving you expert psychological advice. There are mini games, there are conversation techniques. You can write your own diary, you can collect points, you can collect stars, you get graphic charts of your psychological state. You unlock specific other conversational techniques. You can work on your emotions, you can work on your thoughts, you can replace negative thoughts with more productive thoughts. You can work on creating new, more productive habits, and you can also challenge your limiting beliefs.
And that's so cool for me. When I saw Diary, I was like, man, I hate it. To write something. Yeah, I don't know, but it actually, like, I was thinking like I could actually do this, because when I'm in public transportation in the morning, I could actually maybe write something. Like but I need to ask this, man.
Mhm.
Privacy concerns. If I write something there, who's gonna read my deepest thoughts?
No one can read your deepest thoughts. Naomi is 100% anonymous. She's completely private. All we need from you is your mail address, so you can create a profile. And if you buy premium, then it's linked actually to your mail address. We don't even ask for your name. Actually, Naomi asks you how do you want me to call you? So you can write a nickname if you want.
Yeah, I saw that. That's cool because I like I actually use my own nickname, but later on I was thinking like, cool. This is because on the first, people who are maybe more concerned about anonymity or whatnot, they could like use their kind of a name that they're using maybe on the profiles on, I don't know, Reddit or whatnot and things like that if they want to keep their separate this. But actually, because when I read everything about it and the privacy settings and things like that, it was like, wow, cool. This is like really contained in this kind of environment here. That's cool. And the price, like for premium or something, yeah, you even giving like 3 days or something like of
Yes,
the
you have
trial.
3 days. You have 3 days free trial, and so you can actually experience what do you get if you buy premium. We have monthly premium, we have yearly premium. Of course, if you buy yearly, it's much more. It's better for you financially from a financial perspective. But you can also choose to buy monthly, and then we charge you every month. I'm actually glad that you used Diary because speaking
I
from a
try.
psychological perspective, you tried. Okay, okay. Then I'll give
You
you
know,
a
I
little bit
didn't
more
write every.
time to get acquainted with it.
I didn't write every day because, in my defense, I'm notorious for having problem with write stuff down that's not on the paper. But it was like something that intrigued me. I'm actually was more like playing with those interactive quizzes because I need to say this. Even if people don't use the premium or try the premium, there's a wealth of information. That there's a wealth of what you can actually explore and do. And it was for me like, sorry, I'm ranting, of course, a little bit, but it was like, I spent like 10 to 15 minutes just like being in this kind of a positive environment, more or less, more than less, the more. Then I was like maybe reading news on the portals. It was like, oh, cool. This is, you know,
I'm glad about that.
okay. About the diary, is that something that you want to like expand a little bit more, or you wanted to, or you weren't going to wait until I write a little bit more?
I can't read what you will be writing,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's practically the same for me. What I wanted to say is that speaking from a psychological perspective, diary actually has a lot of power in it because you actually see what you were writing the day before, the week before, 1 month before, and as you are progressing, you can actually see what was bothering you then and what's actually bothering you now and what is your progress in the meantime. And when you see that progress, that's actually something that I don't know who can tell you that better than you for yourself when you are writing your diary on a regular basis.
Cool, man. Cool. Okay, so as I said to you, I don't want to take much more of your time. If you have some kind of closing thoughts for that, because I wanted to like do this kind of segment where we kind of talk about your success right now, because everybody's talking about Naomi, and we did talk about Naomi when we talked in our startup rant episode. So it was really fun to play with it, and it's not like something that I'm gonna stop play with it. I'm gonna explore what's there more, and I'm looking forward for the actual English version because I already had like some people asking me like, you know, is this globally or just like the topics are there just like in the app just for creation? I said no, it's actually it helps everybody. It's not like you know just geographically here. So it's really cool that you're expanding that story.
Yes, thank you very much. We actually are expecting English version in around two or
Beautiful.
3 weeks. And one more thing needs to be mentioned is that companies actually get one extra benefit from Naomi because if a company buys Naomi Premium for their employees for 1 year, the company every month gets a report regarding their workplace motivation, employee engagement, and workplace satisfaction. So it's something, let's say, an extra benefit for a company. And of course, with more employees inside the company, the price is much lower.
Cool. I think that's HR department's gonna love this because they can kind of get feedback from their employees and what they expect or whatnot. And of course, satisfaction of the employees are really important here. And if the employees are using this, they can really be like, I'm cool to have this or whatnot. Thank you, Sandro. Thank you for this. And we will talk again, I hope, in a month or two to see how Naomi is growing up.
Yes, yes, I would be very glad. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.